Well, this is us. This is home.
Get used to it.
What about Brennan?
Snoring, just like her mom.
I missed you so much.
But you don't have to worry about that anymore. Because I'm not going anywhere, and neither are you.
Champagne?
Claudia. Thank you for meeting.
You're a hard man to say no to.
Let me get you sick.
What's the occasion?
What is the occasion? Let's think. You, me, us, our newly improved relationship.
Yeah, it's really not a bad forgery. The report confirms the bodies derived from the lake match Margaret Cochran and her baby.
Thank you.
Signed off by Bo Buchanan. Whoever did this got a hold of your official seal.
Forensics is, they call their forgery guy.
Well, they're going to tell you what we already know, that Truman fixed your name to these documents and did a pretty good job of it.
Oh, he did a great job. I mean, I can't even tell that this isn't my signature. My name appears through this whole chain of evidence. DNA results, tests. Whoever masterminded this frame-up, they did a great job right down to the last detail. Even came up with a contingency plan in case Manning walked.
Feel free to jump in here anytime, Hughes.
Your theory is that Spencer Truman set this whole thing up from the start to frame Manning and tie it to Bo.
Yeah, you got a better one?
We can't ignore the evidence, no matter who it points to, and this evidence makes not Spencer Truman but Bo look like the prime suspect.
I know for a fact that Spencer framed Todd. Spencer masterminded the entire thing. He worked a Svengali on Margaret. He faked her death. And then he sent her off to Thailand. After that, he painted Todd a deadly shade of guilty. He tried to send the father of your children to his death, so my question to you is, what are you going to do about it?
Spencer. Was Paul Spencer? I will always love you. No!
Hey, what's up?
Spencer did this. He wanted to have you killed, Todd, and he wanted to have me killed. Oh my God, Spencer stole my baby.
I'm gonna kill you now. How's that any way to talk to the man who just saved your life?
What do you gotta do? Nosy on down to the cafeteria. See if you can rustle up some ice cream.
No way am I going now.
Don't worry about it. I just want to talk to Dr. Truman alone.
It's all right, Star. Go ahead. Nobody's gonna get hurt here.
Hey. 3 scoops. 2 spoons.
Well, if your grip and your appetite's any indication, I'd say you were well on your way to a full recovery.
I feel wonderful. And I got you to thank for that, Doc.
Yeah, well, if I hadn't been at the prison to support Blair, you would be dead by now.
Yeah. Sorry about that, because then you and Blair would be living happily ever after, and I would... Snowball's chance of that now.
You know, Todd, I never really wanted you dead in the first place. Otherwise, you would be. You know, and I didn't have anything to do with that whole crazy, wacky Margaret woman's, plot scheme thing. And that's just ridiculous. But I can relate to you a whole lot better now, I must say, being falsely accused of a very heinous crime. But it's baseless. It'll all go away. And I will continue to live out the life that I started with Blair.
You really think she's going to stay with you?
It's what's best for her. And if you really cared about her, you'd do the right thing, my friend. You'd step aside.
Score one for me. I outsmarted my older brother. I found out that Spencer had gone to Bangkok, so I went to Thailand to figure out what he'd been doing there.
He works for the World Medical Alliance. He goes there because he works for tsunami relief.
And Margaret Cochran just happened to wash up on shore.
David, she's crazy. We all know that.
Didn't look crazy to me. And I didn't see the baby that Paige Miller helped Spencer deliver.
What? Paige, what?
Paige helped Spencer deliver Margaret and Todd's baby right here in Landview. Told me all about it.
Wait, where's the baby?
I think Spencer gave it away. I think that's why he went to Thailand in the first place.
Come on, that's insane. And you want me to believe that Paige Miller delivered Margaret's baby? She saw Margaret alive, which could have saved Todd and didn't say anything? Why?
To protect Bo. Spencer doctored some evidence to make Bo look dirty.
David, you're just trying to get away with something. That's what this is about.
Forget me, Blair. Spencer is the one you should take a closer look at.
Well, is there anything that makes Spencer look guilty? I mean, do you have anything?
Yes, I do. The formerly dead woman, Margaret.
Who can't remember anything. Wait a minute, there's nothing that ties Spencer and Margaret, okay? So as far as I'm concerned, Spencer is still the good friend to me that he's always been.
Oh, I can't wait for you to meet your daddy.
Oh, Mom, you made a mistake. You never should have trusted that bad man. Oh, don't you worry, TJ. Mo's coming. And Daddy, too. We're going to get our sweet little baby back. And then we're going to get Spencer.
Thanks, but no thanks. I'm sober.
Oh my God, I forgot. I'm sorry, I know how serious you are about your sobriety.
And I know how serious you are about Tess. So, why don't you tell me, what's this new and improved relationship we're celebrating?
It's a business opportunity.
I know how you operate. What makes you think I'd be naive enough to go into business with you?
Naive, never, but you're here. It's a good sign that you're curious.
Try curious with a side of suspicious.
Fair enough. Well, it's not just a chance to get a great return on your money, but it's a chance for us to be friends again.
Were we ever friends?
No, not really, but we could be. Claudia, I'm not going to lie to you. I have Tess and my daughter to think about. But when you helped me get into your father's penthouse today, I realized that, well, maybe I was wrong about you. Now I need capital. And I thought, hey, for a change, why don't I ask somebody I actually trust?
Okay. You have my attention. What would I actually be investing in?
Was it something I said?
No, I'm sorry. I just had a memory about Nash and Tess. It came back just like that. Damn it. Damn it. I don't want her memories getting in our way. This is my life.
Well, maybe it's a good thing.
Really? How so?
Well, baby, I mean, look, before you didn't know what had happened or where she'd been when she was in charge, right? Well, that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. So maybe that wall that was separating the two of you is coming down.
No, not fast enough.
Well, stop being so hard on yourself.
That's the problem. I'm not hard enough on myself. I gave all my guts to Tess because I couldn't deal with what happened. And if I had faced what I needed to face, there wouldn't be a Tess. And the only person living inside my head would be me.
Yeah, what? You can't go back.
Well, yeah, I can. I'm going to have to. I am not going to wake up to one more day with Tess in control. I'm not going to lose any more moments with you, with Brendan, with my family. I'm going to have to get back all of the memories, even the dark and horrible ones. I'm going to have to face what happened to me when I was little.
Okay, I'm glad you're ready. But you're going to have to promise to let me and your family help because you're going to need all the support to face it.
What do you mean, it? Do you know what happened to me? You do. Antonio, do you know what happened to me when I was little? Do you know why I created Tess?
Sure you can imagine the trauma Blair suffered through after Margaret disappeared. Slowly but surely, though, she managed to pick up the pieces of her life very bravely, I might add.
With a little help from Dr. Feelgood.
Mm-hmm. Wish you'd been there to see it. Blair and I were just getting things together. Her life was just getting on track, and then it all blows up in her face. You know, Blair needs stability, Todd. If I can provide that, you can't. What she does need from you is closure. You could give her that and help her move on with her life.
So you can maintain your grip on her. I think you know how she works. She has a little relationship problem, a little man problem. She just goes out, puts on a red dress, you know. Looks for a man. Catches a man. Throws him away. Comes back to me. And let's face it, you're not here for her well-being. Your relationship with her is a house of cards. Fly off, knocked off, and it comes down. And it's over for you. It's already over, actually. She's on to you.
Well, this was a huge waste of time.
Wait, Blair. Listen to me. Spencer is sick. He is psychotic. He makes Margaret look sane.
Do you have any proof that he's Dr. Evil?
I don't have proof.
Yeah, because there isn't any. It's just a bunch of hot air. Because all you ever do, David, is lie. You've lied ever since you arrived in Atlanta. You lie to get women, you lie about money, you lie to cover up a 25-year-old murder.
Yes. But I'm telling the truth now.
Why now all of a sudden, huh?
To save you, Blair. If you ignore me, if you go back to Spencer, you'll be putting your life in the hands of the man who tried to send Todd to his death. He'll turn on you, Blair. He will turn on you one day. Are you really willing to take that risk?
You never meant to reunite me with Todd. You just set him up so that he would die. Oh, it's stupid. Fool that I am. I helped you.
I never should have trusted that Spencer. But this is one mistake that I can rectify right now.
Look, you have to turn this van around to get me back to the Landview PD. I have urgent business with the police commissioner.
What are you, an idiot? You actually believe for 1 minute Bo set Manning up for a double homicide?
Of course not. But these signatures make Bo look guilty, and that's how it'll play to the press. Next thing you know, there'll be some special prosecutor setting up shop upstairs, and Bo will be his only person of interest.
I got to admit, that's the way I read it.
Bo headed up an investigation that targeted one man from the start. We never even looked at another suspect. That was part of Evangeline's case. It's on record.
That's because all the evidence pointed to Manning.
Yeah, only it was phony. Everything we've got now leading to Spencer is either circumstantial or hearsay. We can't ignore these signatures because they don't help the case we want to make. Maybe there's some other sicko out there trying to frame Bo or even Spencer.
I'm with you on this. We've got to do this by the book or we'll compromise the whole investigation.
And make Bo look even guiltier. Now, whether these documents are Spencer's handiwork or not, we have to find something to discredit them.
Get Margaret to confess?
Oh, that's unlikely.
Look, what we need to do right now is we need to be suspicious of any other incriminating evidence Truman might have left around for us to dig up.
If we do dig up more evidence, I'll turn in my badge.
Antonio, do you know what happened to me when I was little?
Yeah, I do.
How?
Vicky and Clint taught Tess into therapy, starting the integration process.
A therapy Tess would never agree to there.
I told him that I wanted a kitty of my own. And he said that he had kitties back at his house I could play with.
They put Tess under hypnosis, and then I came out. It had something to do with the videotape.
Yes.
What was on the tape, Antonio?
I can't say.
You have to tell me.
I know, but you can't hear it from me, okay? Dr. Crosby was very clear, all right? Your only hope for getting better is for you to face this yourself. It's the only way to integrate with Tess.
You have no right to keep this from me. I have to know the truth. It's the only way that I can protect Brennan.
Look,
it's the only way that I can stay with you. Antonio, help me.
Honey.
Help us.
Please, look, you know I would do anything for you. Anything, if you asked me, but not this, okay? Please, don't ask me to tell you what's on that tape.
You want me to invest in your vineyard?
Well, it's all we ever talked about. You remember when your dad was teaching me about the business? We were going to find this golden little spot in Napa, get it up and running, put our names on it.
And we even designed the wine labels.
You remember that? Fancy that. You remember that? I'm telling you, it's ready to go. And the vineyard, it's even more amazing than we talked about. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Look at it. All it needs is an infusion of cash to get it back up and running. Claudia, you'd be the only investor. Imagine, Claudia Reston finally declares her independence from her big old dad. I'd be back on my feet again. We'd be friends with none of that bad stuff that used to happen. Claudia, it's got to be worth something.
I am not a fool, Nash. I'm not falling for the same line again.
Spencer would never hurt me, David.
He'd pull the wings off of Tinkerbell.
That's a good one. Look, he has stood beside me through all of this, and I'm not going to turn my back on him when he needs me.
You're making a colossal mistake.
David, I appreciate that you care about me, and I'm sorry I went off on you like that.
No, it's okay. It's what people do.
Oh, well, you know what? You don't deserve it. Especially from me, because I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to save yourself. For killing John McMagan's father. Why don't you just confess to the murder? Because your story between Margaret and Spencer, it just doesn't hold water.
Don't underestimate Spencer. He took Todd away from you, and he will take so much more. Blair, you are a beautiful, strong woman, and I moderately respect you, but you don't know what you're doing.
I know exactly what I'm doing.
What are you talking about?
I will step aside if evidence shows that I framed Todd Manning.
That's not going to happen.
I don't see it becoming an issue.
That's your name on these documents,
Yeah,
Bo.
but it is not my signature. Now, that morgue technician there in Kentucky, he can verify that I did not authorize the release of that body.
So let's forget all this turning in your badge crap, all right?
If I do step aside, though, John, you're going to be in charge.
This place don't run without you, Bo. And you'll be giving Spencer exactly what he wants.
This story is gaining national attention right now. And it's not just the case that's in the spotlight. It's the credibility of this entire department.
You're a stand-up guy, Bo, and everybody knows it.
Yeah, well, I'm responsible for the safety and for the image of everybody on this whole force. I can't compromise their ability to do their jobs. Now, I appreciate your confidence in me. But right now we have to concentrate on this case. We have to follow every lead and see where it takes us, even whatever we can find in these documents. Let's get this to forensics right now, all right? Once they read it, maybe we can find out what we're up against.
I'm on it.
Thanks.
Murph, do me a favor, get this on forensics, will you?
Hey, John.
What the hell is this?
You call yourself a detective. It's a baby, Sherlock.
I know what it is. What are you doing with it?
It's a boy, and its name is Tommy. Tommy, meet John McBain.
Come in.
Hey, Bo. I just came from seeing David.
Blair, I told you I want you to back off this investigation.
He confessed everything to me. And not just Margaret and Spencer, but you and Paige, too.
Blair has moved on, and she's not going to even listen to anything you have to say ever again.
I'm not the one doing the talking right now. Police have been talking to her. Do you know that? Yeah. They've been talking her ear off. And I think it's starting to get through to her. You know, she was sitting where you are when I woke up. And I don't recall her mentioning your name at all. I recall her saying, "Please forgive me, Todd. Take me back, Todd." It was fantastic. Tears running down her cheeks and the hand wringing. You lost her, my friend. Lost her.
Well, that's a nice story, Todd. Must be the medication. I'll go see about getting you some more.
You better get your priorities straight, Doc. You're all worked up over what Blair's gonna do. You ought to be worried about what I'm gonna do.
I'm already way ahead of you, Todd.
I doubt it. But I'm gonna give you an out. You tell me where my kid is and I won't kill you.
Please, you have to turn back to Lambview. It's a matter of life and death.
It always is. Now sit down.
I mean it. I am not crazy.
I never heard that one before either.
It's imperative that I speak to the police commissioner. A child's life is in danger.
The only place you're going is the psych ward.
You're not listening to me. My child has been stolen.
Unbelievable. You call and I came running just so you could feed me the same crap you did the last time you bled me for cash.
Claudia, please. This is nothing like the last time.
How is it different?
Well, for one thing, I'm being honest this time. I'm putting everything down on the table. I love Tess. And I'm not trying to romance you.
Then why the walk down memory lane just now?
The vineyard is something we used to both believe in. I was hoping that if you remembered that, you might help me out.
You could have said that. Just simple, help me, Claudia.
I was afraid to turn me down. I need this. I need it to protect Tess and my daughter. Without this, without you, help me out, Claudia.
Hey, look, honey, I know you want to know what happened, okay? But having it come from me is not the way.
It could take months to work up to this in therapy, and in the meantime, I'm risking Tess coming out, taking the baby, and running.
Okay. All right. You know, I never thought I'd hear myself saying this, but, you know, Tess is different now.
How?
Well, she's more like you. All right? And she definitely does not pose a threat to Brennan. And think about it. If I tell you what's on that tape and Tess thinks you're in trouble, you could disappear forever. But if we get you help, okay, in a controlled environment with doctors and people who love you, then you don't need Tess anymore.
I just want my life back. I want all of it.
And you'll get it, babe. Okay? But taking a shortcut is not the way.
I just don't know how much more of this I can take. I don't want to give up any more time to Tess.
Even when Tess was out, you were here.
What do you mean?
I'll show you.
So what's with the kid?
Well, Tommy here lost his parents in a storm.
Oh, that's a tough break.
Yeah, there was no next of kin, so Marcy and I decided we'd keep an eye on him, until Child Protective Services found something more permanent.
How long's that going to be?
I don't know, but I thought you two should meet.
Oh. Well, that's I'm sorry about your folks, though, man, Hope life gets better fast.
You want to hold him?
No. Look, maybe later, right? I'm kind of in the middle of something.
Oh, come on. Do you even know how to hold one of these things?
Yeah, I do. I think so. What?
Come on.
Fine, give him.
Well,
what?
Well, the baby. What do you think?
He's a baby. You're not handsome. You got no teeth, and you got a funny haircut. He's got your haircut.
Paige was there when Margaret gave birth?
According to David, and the reason she didn't come forward is because she was protecting you. Spencer rigged evidence to make you look guilty.
Yeah, but Blair, the point is, without Paige or Margaret to back up David's claims, they can't be substantiated.
But we got more to go on. Come on, but we can't let Spencer get away with all of this.
We are going to nail Spencer, all right? When I say we, I'm talking about the police department, not Blair Kramer Private Eye. You got that?
I just thought you might want to know. I came to warn you, that's all.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
I'm glad, but I meant what I just said. Spencer's dangerous. You stay away from him.
Sorry, Bo, but I don't see any other way.
It's me right there, Margaret Cochran, kidnapper and murderous bomber. I've helped people, this one man in particular, do some terrible, terrible things. Look, and the police want to know about it. And I'm ready to tell them. I want to put this man behind bars. This man that stole my baby. There's no telling what this terrible man did to my baby, so I need to find him now.
Can you tell me where my kid is and I'll spare your life?
I'm sorry, I can't help you.
What's going on?
Oh, your dad was just jonesing for that ice cream. I thought he was going to jump out of bed and go get it himself. It's a good thing you showed up when you did. I'll leave you two alone.
You going to tell me what that was all about?
Blair, what are you doing here? I thought you went with Jack.
Well, I lied to you before. It wasn't Jack who called.
You lied?
Yeah, well, I went to see David, and he told me everything.
This is yours anyway. I kept it for you while you were gone. I wrote this down after the car crash.
Car crash?
Read it.
I remember hurting, fading in and out. Then I heard a voice calling to me to stay awake. I opened my eyes and it was Jessica. She begged me to hold on, but when I woke up in the hospital, I found out that it was Tess. When I asked her why she did it, she said I needed Jessica to survive, so she gave her to me.
See, that may have been Tess saying those words, but you were there. I'd swear to it. So even when Tess was out, you were influencing her. You were softening her, finding a way to connect with the people you love. And you were as close to me then as you are now.
Oh, my life would be so much better without you in it.
Please. Claudia, I need this. Without this, the really good life that I have scraped together will be over.
I'll check out the winery. If it seems like a good investment, I'm in. But that is only because I want to diversify my portfolio and show my dad that I can make it on my own.
Thank you. You won't regret it.
It's not like you, Blair. Really, why would you lie to me?
Because I knew you wouldn't want me to go, and see, I'm right. Look, somebody had to confront David about the lies that he's spreading about you. I let him know how much they were hurting us. Didn't seem to matter, though. He just ignored me.
Well, I could have told you that.
He went on and on about how you were in cahoots with Margaret, but you know what? I got so fed up, I just said, forget it. I left.
Yeah, poor David. I think he's beyond hope. I really do. Thank you for taking up for me, for standing up to him.
Okay. Wait, I need to check on Todd.
All right.
But we'll hook up later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gotta check on some patients, and just page me if you need me, all right?
Okay.
Okay.
So what's the deal with you and Dr. Spencer?
Man, even the ice cream tastes like medicine.
I hate it when you don't talk to me.
So why don't you ease up yelling your daddy? He needs his rest.
I don't want you here.
But I just want to tell you something.
I don't want to hear one word out of your mouth. I'm done with your explanations, your excuses, your ridiculous apologies. I'm done with you.
Sir?
Yeah.
Latest word from the hospital. Paige Miller's under heavy sedation. In no shape to talk to anyone.
All right, thanks. Hey, do me a favor, though. Keep calling, and then let me know if there's any change, will you? You can?
Commissioner, we're transporting Margaret Cochran to the hospital, but she insists that we take her back to the station ASAP.
Did she say why?
She says she remembers everything.
Well, I can say one thing. He's got your penchant for drooling.
Okay. Here we go. I gotta get this guy back to the hospital for his checkup.
Is he's sick or something?
Nah, just routine baby stuff.
So you and Marcy doing this foster parent thing?
Oh, no.
That gonna go on for long?
Well, I'm not sure, I mean, we're just looking after the little guy. And it's really good practice when we have our own kids. Right?
Funny him being named Thomas, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll see you.
Yeah, I'll see you.
Get him out of here.
All right. Come on, big guy. Let's go.
Hey, look, earlier when I called you an idiot,
Gentlemen,
we
just caught a break on Margaret Cochran. Hello, Davy.
Why can't you just call me David?
I heard about your little visit with Blair. She told me about all the nasty things you were saying about me.
I warned you.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, she didn't buy it. I told you she wouldn't. Now you've played your last card, David. You no longer have anything to hold over my head.
Can't you give this heap some gas?
Bruce is done. We're flying to Napa tonight. As soon as she signs the papers, you can move on to the next phase. Yeah. Sorry, Claudia, but it's the only way I know how to protect my girls.
Sending messages to the outside world through Tess is not a life, Antonio. Integration starts tomorrow. Thank you for the journal.
Would you like me to spell it out for you, Blair?
Yeah.
Let me think. Well, he'd prefer to have the kids believe that it's better to have a videotaped father than a real one. And it's okay to let me die alone. And how about this? How about when I needed you most, you turned your back on me? You just left me for dead. Oh. Where's your ring, Blair? Huh? You know, I didn't think you were stupid. I thought deep down you knew what this guy was, what he did to me. And now you walk in and you show up and try to get into my life. Forget you. It's too late.
Mom, please, don't you see what you're doing to Dad? No one wants you here. Just go away.
Get out!
We're finished.
Get out! Margaret says she remembers everything. The van's bringing her back right now.
I'll free up an interview room.
I'll draft an arrest warrant and warn the judge that we're on our way.
Yeah. If we find out what Margaret really knows, I hope that's enough to put Spencer away forever.
On the next One Life to Live.
Dad, I need to know something. Is there anything that can make you forgive Mom?
I think he's going to want to hear what I have to say. See, Margaret remembers everything.
We need her to make it, Bo.
That woman is not going to die.